Hi, this is Troy Love. Currently playing in a competitive league with standard blue-green Merfolk. It's round 3. We are on the play, seems to be. Alright, well, this hand would be fantastic if we had a blue source. I don't think we chance drawing a blue source, mainly because of the fact that, like, uh, well, I guess it just kind of depends. Like, this is a hand that I can at least, if I do draw some kind of blue source, I can at least start drawing more cards. Like, if this didn't have Silvergill Adept, I don't think this is a keep. But I think we can go and chance it. Just the upside of keeping this with the chance of drawing a blue land. Like, if we draw a blue land, this hand just gets incredible. So, let's go ahead and play Forest and Pass. Don't give out any information we don't need to. So we got Rootbound Crag. Alright. Yeah, kind of getting punished for not drawing the island there, but that's fine. We're not totally dead yet. Commander Speaker, not 100% great, but I mean, it's a threat that we didn't have before. Apparently, he's stuck on one land in a red-green deck, so we might be alright. May not get incredibly punished here. Merfolk Branchwalker, sure. This might be that red-green monsters deck from Dallas. Heart of Kieran. Gross. Okay, so we need to draw a blue land now. Thank you. Alright, so now what do we do here? I think we just play Silvergill Adept, try to draw another blue source. I think that's probably the play here. Reveal Mistbinder. Alright, and we got another castable out of that. That's even better. We'll just offer a trade here. Drawing a second blue source means we can land the Mistbinder and Kumina at the next turn. He'll probably just take this next turn off to land Heart of Kieran. Or no, he put it in his graveyard, didn't he? Yep, sure did. Okay, so yeah, he's definitely probably just digging for lands. No plays. So what does this tell me? Harness Lightning. Okay. I think we just go Metallic Mimic into Merfolk Mistbinder. Or we can just play Metallic Mimic. Or we play the Mistbinder. No, we just play the Metallic Mimic. Because if we could play the Lord, but then we couldn't hold up blue. Because then we might as well just jam both of these. But I kind of want to just play the Mimic, hold up Essence Scatter. Yeah, it just seems better. Merfolk. And we'll put the counter on Deeper Delete. And swing with both. Yeah, swing in for 4. So we're gonna braid. How do we feel about this? Yeah, I think that's fine. Don't really need to do anything with that. We've already got one Lord on the table and we've got one in hand. Just let him take his 2 damage and keep going. Another Merfolk Branchwalker. Yeah, it's fine. See what he gets off of Explore. What does he play here? Alright, really want to just Essence Scatter this, but then he'll just get it back with the Branchwalker. Being in the graveyard. I think we're fine with this. Because most of our stuff will just eat that Scrounger. Especially if I play Kumena, then he can't do anything to it. If I play the Lord, most things will trade with it. So, I think I'm just going to make him use his mana next turn. Especially since the fact he doesn't have a black source, so I'm not afraid of it for right now, so I'd rather just counter it. Keep it out of the way. Okay. So here, I like just jamming the Mistbinder, but then both of his things will trade with the Branch Walker, so I think I just want to play Kumena here and pass, draw a card at the end of his turn. Yeah, I think I'd rather just draw a card. I need to find a second blue source so I can start doing multiple things in a turn. Jade Light Ranger, sure. No hope there. Magma Spray entered reveal card zone. Magma Spray is good. Alright, and he's keeping it on top, so he's got land too as well. Okay, that's fine. So we're just gonna go ahead and draw a card here. No reason not to. Jungleborn Pioneer, it's very good. So this way we can play the Pioneer, hold up Unsummon, and either save one of our creatures or just bounce his. And I kind of like just bouncing his, so just go ahead and jam Pioneer, make our board state wider, and then that way Mistbinder's better next turn. Alright, so I think now we just go ahead and tap this to get in damage. I want to hold up the Unsummon, see if he just top decks some Registar Alpha nonsense. I don't know. Magma Spray. Do I care about saving the Lord? Yes, I think I'm going to go ahead and unsummon this. Because then I can follow it up next turn by playing it off double Oasis and then cast the Lord. Yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and do that. I want to save that. Besides, like, most of the things that we're doing right now are completely outsizing his. Rekindling Phoenix. Sure. Nobody care about fish. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna stick to the plan. Merfolk. Fish Lord. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think we just jam any of the 3 power creatures. The one I don't mind losing the most would definitely be the Adept, so let's just see where this goes. Because I still have enough at the end of turn to just pump the team, and then he's going to have to stay back on defense. Yeah, that's fine. And this is beginning of your upkeep. So yeah, we're just making that trade there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Sure. It's pretty sweet token. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go ahead and pass here. He gets the bird back and he gets haste, like, that's fine. I don't think I'm necessarily afraid of that just yet. We're still at 20 life. He's only going to be swinging for 4 in the air. And both of the things he has on the ground just trade. Yeah, that's totally fun. Another bird. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do about that. So we're just gonna try to go wide and big. We have an abundance of Kumena, as it turns out. So he's at 15. I think I just like getting in for 5, and then next turn outsizing him and then making this unblockable. So I think we just need to play Adept. Hope to draw either an island or another 1-drop. So, or a 2-drop would be fine if it's one of the green ones. Okay, so that actually was probably the best draw we could have gotten. So now I think the best draw, actually there's really, yeah, the best draw is just to get another forest or another island's fine. So then we get to drop the Lord and then crack. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 2 green. 1 and 2 green. So 1 and 2 green, and then sacks would be 4 mana total. So yeah, I think we're fine here. We're fine with just taking 8. So I want to go ahead and get him down some more damage. So let's go ahead and just tap our weakest thing. We're not going to be blocking with the Lord for sure, so we're just going to go ahead and do it like this. And then end step, I'll draw a card, see what we can get off of that as well. Yeah, seems good. Third Phoenix would be pretty annoying, but yeah. Because like next turn I'd literally just jam the Lord and then so we draw, what do we draw off of the Kumina trigger? Okay, according to Moto, I guess nothing. Alright, creature deck, so we want Tempest Caller all day, every day. Essence Scatter's good. Didn't see any kind of like. We do want to go ahead and put in Death Gorge Scavenger because I can eat the Phoenixes. That'd be pretty good. In terms of what I want to side out for that last card, I'm not feeling a 4th Kumina. Yeah, we're just gonna run it like this. Especially on the draw. We only need 1 Kumina, and he plays a very light removal package, and Magma Spray is just not going to kill our Kuminas, so landing 1 is enough, I feel like. So, let's just wait and see if he keeps. Alright, so we have turn 1. We have 2 1-drops on turn 1. We got Mystical Herald and Kumina Speaker. We got 2 Essence Scatters and an Unsummon. With a playable blue source to play everything in the hand. I'm going to keep this. Alright, we got a playable Lord on turn 2, so it's definitely going to be Kumina Speaker this turn. We're just going to hold up the scatters for anything over a 2-drops, probably like Jade Light Ranger or the Phoenixes. We got black in the deck. Okay, so got a Heart of Kieran on board, so he's definitely going to be going a little fast, so we need to start going fast as well. Here I think Metallic Mimic might be just better. Because the next turn we can just play, if we draw a land we play Mystical Herald, hold up, Essence Scatter. I do need to get in 2 damage this turn because he's going to start swatting me for 4. Which I'm only going to be able to really realistically take 1 time. So, yeah, we're just going to play the Metallic Mimic here. Get in for 2. Drawing a second blue source would also mean I can hold up Essence Scatter and Unsummon next turn and just bounce the Heart of Kieran, which wouldn't be terrible either. This mana's pretty good. Sweltering Suns. Yeah, that's actually fine. I'd rather just have the counter magic backed up to stop anything that he's doing, and if he's willing to wipe my board for 2 creatures. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. So now, I think we just sit back and hold up Essence Scatter for a follow-up Phoenix. I think that's probably better. Until I draw another land, I don't really think our deck is going to be having any action. Or Jade Light Ranger, I will definitely counter that. Um, question is, do I counter this? I don't think we do. If it does explore into a land, that's good for us, because then you can't crew Heart of Kirin, but I think we just let him have it. Jade Light Rangers, yeah, he does that and crews Heart of Kirin, which is fine. Uh, He does have the black mana for it this time. Yeah, but he has no creatures. Let's go ahead and make use of our mana while we got it. I feel like in this matchup, it just depends on who's on the play, because being on the draw, I'm just like he was on the back foot on the draw, and now I'm really on the back foot on the draw. Especially in his creature deck that's manning board wipes, it's just hard to keep up right now. Yeah, I think we just need to play a creature. It's nothing off the top of his deck right now is gonna have haste, and I don't need to counter Jade Light Ranger necessarily. But Jade Light Ranger is pretty good for him because then he gets to swing crackback for 7 if he explores twice and hits 2. He just needs to hit 2 lands. Sorry, Chandra. Ugh, this is gross. Yep. Alright, so he has Chandra on top of his deck. I don't have a negate for that. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, we just can't block. Just no good profitable blocks here. So turn too late. Think we just cast the Mistbinder here. Hold up. Unsummon. Yeah, seems good to me. So of all things, I need to keep the Mistbinder, so. There's Chandi. So he blows this up. Kills his own Chandra to crew this. That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and scoop it up. I don't want to show any more information. Alright, so on the play, if I had known we were on the draw and he had had that spell package, I would have had negates in probably. I like a couple of naturalize because we have no other real answer for Heart of Kirin. And that's 4 damage a turn that we can't stop, especially since it flies. So we'll cut an Essence Scatter and cut a Unsummon. Everything else, probably just run it back the same. Could probably put in Life Goes On over the other Unsummon. Because bouncing his creatures is just giving him more value, especially with everything having Explore. So we're just going to go ahead and run like this. Alright, so we've got 2 Lords on 2 drops and then 2 3 drops that give value to the other 2. We're a little slow out of the gate, but this is one of those hands that will outsize a monster's deck. As long as he doesn't play Sweltering Suns, which would Sweltering Suns would be pretty ideal for him against this hand. But we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. It's taking a little bit of a time to decide on his hand. That's fine. I guess probably the biggest thing for this matchup is just to get wide and try to get outside of Sweltering Sun's range. It's just kind of strange to me that he's a creature deck playing early aggro that's willing to play a board sweeper that kills 90% of his deck, but yeah, that's not my deal. It's on him. Just disconnect? No, he's still here. Not sure what he's doing at this moment in time, but well, Guess we'll just patiently wait for him to come back. But yeah, so far, on my personal opinions of this deck, it's very powerful on the ground. It'd probably be very, very good against like the Scarab God decks that want to try to gum up the ground. This deck just kind of pushes through that. But on the decks that play like these Heart of Kiran decks and these decks that just outlord you, or just things like that, it's just really, I think it's on more of the back foot, especially like just how bad this deck is against flying cards. It's just really, really detrimental to the format because like any flyer, especially like Heart of Kiran, if I don't have like a specific answer for it, it gets out of hand really bad. So, um, I think the naturalizers were a good board in to take care of the Heart of Kirans. Just not necessarily saying we'll see it, but this is a really strange deck too. It's got like Scrap Heap Scroungers and I don't know. The deck looks pretty sweet so far. I'm actually enjoying this game, but no, the Phoenix card is actually kind of It might be. It turned out to be a problem. Um, just have to wait and see what he decides to do. He's just running down on his time, I think. And he's got plenty of it, so he'll probably slow roll me. Okay, there we go. We decided to keep his hand to 7, so we will just turn 1 Island Pass. See if he has any 1-drops in his deck to devote. I don't think he does, which is good for us. Probably play a tap land like Sheltered Thicket. Try to think that maybe the only other like actual 1-drops that he has are probably not anything I need to worry about. Especially in the Jund colors, I don't see this being like a matchup that needs to worry about 1-drops. But okay, so this represents turn 1 Magma Spray, from what I would tell. So I think now it's just which Lord do we want to jam into this? Because I know he won't Magma Spray this, so we need to try to bait that Magma Spray out of his hands. So I think overall Deep Root Elite is a little more powerful. So we're gonna go ahead and jam out the Mimic, and especially if I draw like a Silver Gala Adept, I can't reveal this. So it's all just like little small details, but we run the one out that doesn't do as much. This doesn't really give me selection on what gets bigger. This one does. And I think in a matchup like this, I want my unblockable stuff to be bigger. So we just jam this to end the turn. Oh, he F6'd. Okay. Is this a Scrap Heap Scrounger? Or Braid? Yeah, that's we were kind of expecting that to get destroyed on turn 1 anyway. So now we just cast Deeper Delete, follow with Mistcloaked Herald, put a counter on the Herald, and pass turn. The next turn we'll just play Jungle Pioneer and start making things big. If he has Sweltering Suns here, that could be pretty bad. But at least we gotta, yeah, there it is. He's got it every time. So, let's see. Just gonna go ahead and jam this, start getting some board presence. Pass the turn. I think board presence is a little more important right now, especially in a matchup like this. Branch Walker, yeah, it's fine. Scrap Heap Scrounger on top, so puts it in the graveyard. And then you got a land. Heart of Kiran. Alright, so Naturalize is a good draw now. A Lord is a good draw. That's a good draw. I would classify that as a great draw. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and jam through. See if he wants to take 5. Nah, I didn't think he would. That's fine. Let's play a land and pass. So Chandra would be pretty bad here. Okay, no place. So let's play another Jungleborn Pioneer. And then swing with what we got. There's really no need not to. Let's see what he's got. Pay costs. We got Mag. Turn Scrappy Scrounger. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm fine with trading at this point in time, so. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I wasn't playing around that. That's fine. Pretty intricate little list here, for sure. Cycle. Okay. So we really need to start outsizing our opponent, so we need to start drawing cards. So did we side out Sea Oracle? Yes, we did. Okay, that's fine. So we need to draw Kumina. Kumina would be a great draw. So anything I attack with, he just crews Hardican and blocks, so we need to draw Naturalize too. Naturalize would be a fantastic draw, but I'm not expecting it right now. I know we boarded in the Naturalize, at least two of them. Yeah, I got one left. Seems like he's flooding on lands really bad, and he's just not really willing to untap. So that was a fantastic draw, so we're just going to play that. And we'll pass. And then we just need to start drawing cards, finding some answers to Hardican, and possibly finding some more threats. Hour of Glory. Exile target creature if it was... Okay. Jeez. Let's see. So yeah, we just need to draw cards, so we're just gonna do that. We have to get some card advantage going into our deck. Drawing lands now. Every other game we draw two, now we draw almost all of them. It happens. It's just turning into a very laid back control list. Alright, I'm actually just all on board on paying the full cost for this. So we need to start getting some cards like right now. Alright, so we'll play... What does this do for us? Doesn't have another creature. So I'll go ahead and swing... No, he's just gonna crew. He can't block with this. So, Scrap Heap Scroungers. Being able to crew that heart's really annoying. I want to draw a Naturalize and then force him to crew and then just blow it up in response. That would just be a great turn. But he's playing a really laid back control deck right now. Pia. Yeah, that's fine. The only problem with that is that like Pia makes two things that trade with 90% of our board. Ugh, yeah, this is now he's starting the corner. And he can pump this a bunch of times. Yep. Pump it 3 times, in fact. So he's into 7. Jeez. We've got to draw Naturalize. Six is enough, I guess. Deeper deletes. Now the question is, do we land Deathcourt Scavenger now? If it's a creature card, we gain 2 life. Could exile one of our own creatures and just start kind of gaining life, which I think is okay. Just taking non-creatures is not going to do anything for us right now, especially since he has no other creatures for this to come back if somehow we kill it. So yeah, we're just going to go do this to gain the life now. Exile Merfolk Herald from our graveyard. So right now, Kumena and Tempest Caller would be the sweet draws. Because then even if we do that, he responds by crewing this, and it just gets tapped. Jade Light Ranger, yeah, that happens. Magma Spray. Alright, so this gives him removal to my entire board. So we need to find... Oh, jeez. He's just top decking so well. Yep. Then he can just crit with Jade Light Ranger next turn. Probably pump this up to a 6/4 again. Yeah. I'm just gonna S6. Yep. 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 Just gonna go to 7. Don't really think there's a need for it, but you do you. Alright. That is not what we needed. So now we have to force this to attack. And we'll just take another creature out of our graveyard. It's really unfortunate, especially since he's got removal for anything on our board, so we need to go ahead and get the life out of this while we can. Yeah, that's fine. Like, we kind of expected it, but at the same time, it's like we have to get the life or we're just gonna lose. Because then he just goes all in on his flyers. So I have to gain the life to even give myself another chance right now. It's even worse is the Thopter token's actually a problem too. Yep. You may just have it. Yep. I think the thing this deck needs really is just more interaction, because every time that we've lost, it's because their board state just runs away from ours. Yeah. Yep, it's a little late for that. We can see what it does. Don't really think it'll do anything. See if we can find the natural state. Yeah, that's fine. I already knew you had it. So I think we just gotta wait and go to blocks, and then hope to top deck naturalize off of the draw from Kumena. And then if we don't top deck it, he just kills us in the air, so. Boo hiss. Yep, here it comes. Yeah, it's... Can't block, so we're just gonna... Oh, wrong one. That's fine. Wouldn't make any difference anyway. Do we get the naturalize? We do not. GG's. So, overall, I think the deck has legs, but I feel like if it just tries to out attrition the opponent, it just doesn't really get there. Um, some things I would like to recommend for the deck in the future. I think it needs a little more interaction. I think a couple more unsummons would be good. Uh, the sideboard looks pretty good for the most part. Uh, I've every single round I think that Tempest Caller just needed to be in the main, but I don't know. I think Seafloor Oracle is better off in the sideboard against uh, the control decks, but because there was just a lot of board states where we stalled out and made our stuff big, and then they just ran over us with some card like Sanctum, the Sanctum Vampire that drains us. But whereas this would have just tapped all their things and we would have just pushed through. But yeah, for the most part, I like the deck. Deck's fun to play. Like at least it's at least fun to play. But for the most part, I think it just needs a little bit of improvement. But yep. So this is Troy from Team Infinite Combo signing out.